So one day I'm having breakfast with my daughter. She's in middle school. I'm reading the paper and there's this article about these 30 under 30 entrepreneurs, right? You say things like, oh, I want to start this business and I want to make $1 million, or I want to get into shape and lose 50 pounds, or I want to be the happiest person in the world, or I want to be the most popular person in the world. I am happy in this moment because I decided to celebrate small wins. It comes from showing up every day and doing a little bit better than we did the day before. If you want more tips and tools, please make sure to subscribe below. We release new videos every single week. We can say, hey, look at what I accomplished today. I'm making progress. Imagine for a moment that you are running a marathon. Imagine for a moment that you are climbing a mountain. We need to take the time to appreciate them and to enjoy them. We need to savor the moment. When we are focused on the future, it's easy to forget to appreciate the present. So make sure to take the time to appreciate your accomplishments along the way. Make sure to take a step back and to enjoy the journey, because life is not about the destination. Life is about the journey. So enjoy the journey. Celebrate the small wins and never give up on your dreams. We are always looking for the next thing, the next accomplishment, the next milestone. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video. And while that's not necessarily a bad thing, it's important to take a step back and to celebrate our accomplishments along the way. When we do that, we create a positive feedback loop. We create a cycle of success that motivates us to keep moving forward. If you are climbing a mountain and you have to get to the top without any rest stops, it's going to be very difficult. You are going to get exhausted, you are going to get discouraged, and you may never reach the top. But if you are climbing that mountain and you stop at different checkpoints along the way to take a break, to enjoy the view, to recharge, then you are more likely to reach the top. Celebrating small wins is like those rest stops along the mountain where you get a chance to relax and to enjoy your accomplishments before moving on to the next challenge. When we take the time to celebrate our small wins, it gives us the energy and the motivation to keep moving forward. It helps us build momentum, and it helps us reach our ultimate destination. If you're running a marathon and every 10 miles you get a nice cold glass of water, that's going to help you keep going. It's going to help you stay hydrated, and it's going to help you finish the marathon. We don't want to brag. We don't want to boast. We don't want people to think that we are arrogant or self-absorbed. But when we share our accomplishments with others, it helps us feel good about ourselves. It helps us feel proud of what we have achieved. It also helps others feel inspired and motivated. When we see someone else succeed, it inspires us to succeed as well. So when we celebrate our small wins, not only are we benefiting ourselves, but we are also benefiting those around us. But if you're running that marathon and you don't get any water until you reach mile 26, well, you're probably not going to make it. Celebrating small wins is like taking those breaks during the marathon, where you get a chance to rest, recharge, and reevaluate. It's a chance to say, hey, look at what I've accomplished so far. I'm doing a great job. I'm staying on pace, and I'm going to keep moving forward. And when we start to see ourselves making progress, it becomes easier and easier to keep going. It becomes easier and easier to maintain that momentum, and eventually we attain our goal. It's how success is achieved. Now, if I would have told myself, okay, I'm going to be the happiest person in the world today, I probably would have been disappointed because maybe I didn't do enough, or I didn't experience enough joy or excitement. Maybe we have a big project due at work, or maybe we want to go to the gym, or maybe we just want to take care of some chores around the house. But oftentimes when we wake up, we don't have the energy, we don't have the enthusiasm, we don't have the motivation to get things done. And so what do? Well, a lot of us will procrastinate. A lot of us will put things off. A lot of us will tell ourselves, oh, I'm not feeling motivated, so I'm not going to do it today. Or, oh, I'm not inspired, so I'm not going to do it today. Here's the problem with that. When we don't do things today, we can't celebrate our wins today. And when we don't celebrate our wins, it's much easier to get discouraged, to get demotivated, and to ultimately fail to achieve our goals. But when I decide to focus on the small wins, I can go throughout my day and say, I'm happy right now. I'm happy right now. I'm happy right now. I'm happy right now. And so therefore, by the end of the day, I have lived a happy day. The same thing applies to fitness, to relationships, to business, to everything else in life. We set these goals and we set these benchmarks that are so far away and so difficult to achieve that when we do unattain them, we feel like failures. When the truth is, that's just not how progress is made. Progress is made by celebrating small wins. And so I just turned to her and I said, "You know what's interesting about that?" She said, "What?" So I said, "Every single person on that list got there by doing small things every day. They got there by working hard, taking little steps, learning lessons, and then applying those lessons, adjusting course, going back and forth until eventually they arrived at the destination." There's not a single person who woke up one day and had a big idea and then the next day they were successful. It's just not how it works. Success don't come from giant leaps. It comes from small wins. I think too often we set ourselves up for failure because we have unrealistic expectations. So let me give you an example. Let's talk about happiness. Okay, right now I am happy. It's really important that we understand that success comes from small, consistent actions. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. On this channel, we talk about leadership, success, and happiness. All right, so here's the thing. When we wake up in the morning, we have all these things that we want to accomplish. On the other hand, when we wake up in the morning and we say, no matter what, no matter how I'm feeling, I'm going to do something. I'm going to make some progress. Even if it's just a little bit, then we can celebrate that win. Celebrating small wins is really important because it allows us to stay motivated. Celebrating small wins is also really important because it helps us build momentum. So how do we celebrate small wins? How do we incorporate this into our daily lives? Well, it's simple. We need to just be aware of our accomplishments. It also helps to share our accomplishments with others. When we are successful, it's easy to want to keep it to ourselves. Celebrating small wins is essential to achieving success. It helps us stay motivated, it helps us build momentum, and it helps us feel good about ourselves. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also make sure to subscribe below. We release new videos every single week.